start, can you tell us your name and what business you've got here?
My name's Heath Graham. It's essentially an automotive business. We used to do quite a bit of welding and fabrication work, a lot of rural work for Westbury Rural, and build skip bins and that sort of thing, but having difficulty getting the guys to do that sort of work and not having the time myself. I've sort of let the bigger stuff go on that sort of thing, so mainly just automotive at the moment, yeah.
When did the business start?
I started out the butter factory 25 or 26 years ago. So I was doing the engineering side of things at the time. I think I was building and repairing skip bins for a couple of waste companies, and then when my dad had sold the service station, he sort of shut everything down, and I thought, well, that's probably a bit good of a business to let go. So I sort of took on the automotive side and built it all back up again from there. And we bought this and moved in about 7 years ago, I think, after a bit over a year of refurbishing the building. It's pretty run down, needed a lot of work, so it was a very hectic 13 months trying to work and build this at the same time. Yeah.
Have you had some interesting challenges over the life of the business here?
COVID put a bit of a spanner in the works for people. Luckily, it was regarded as a essential service, so we didn't actually have to close down over COVID. But you know, I guess we took care with the vehicles, wiping things down and that sort of thing, which was a bit of a requirement at the time. But I think with any business, there's always some sort of challenges afoot.
Yep. And in terms of the vehicles that you deal with, do you have a specialty, or is it a wide range of vehicles?
No, we sort of cover everything actually. So even from, you know, much older carby type vehicles right through to modern fuel injected cars, diesels, we sort of do everything. We've got a couple of good guys, have all got their own particular skill sets, and yeah, so it's a full mechanical service. There's not a whole lot that we can't do. We're sort of man down at the moment, so we're actually looking for another guy at the moment, which has proven a bit difficult. But yeah, we'll find someone eventually.
Do you have you found that how do you deal with electric cars, and have you seen many of those or anything like any of the more unusual things? I think I saw camper vans and stuff as well in here.
We get all sorts of cars. We get a lot of different ones associated with the registration inspections that we do. Mm-hmm. We're an approved inspection station, so yeah, vast array of vehicles sort of from that, you know, people moving from the mainland, but a lot of, you know, older, more specialty vehicles that go on special interest, nice old well built cars, so it's interesting to get through the workshop. And yeah, I've had a few sort of EVs through. There's a few that we service. There's a lot that you do on them. Mainly sort of checking, you know, brakes and steering, suspension, that sort of thing. Obviously, don't need to change oil and that on them.
What about? Do you have any that you particularly enjoy working on?
Well, I guess you have a different appreciation for the older vehicles. I've always been a Ford guy, I guess, but now it's just nice to see any of these old vehicles that have sort of survived and are still on the road. So it's not, I don't know that I've got a real preference of what I like working on, but I've got Mustangs, so I'm a big fan of them. I quite like working on them. We've done a few upgrades to the one. Well, we've got two, but yeah, we've done a few upgrades to the black one, and the other one's a prototype. So we're looking doing that up, putting some side scoops and stripes and possibly a supercharger, and doing that through the workshop. So that'll be an interesting process.
What about in terms of plans? Do you have plans for the business in the next little while? Do you have Obviously, you talked about trying to find another person.
Yeah. So looking for someone else. We're sort of fairly well established, so we're probably happy with what we're doing at the moment. Can always do with a bit more room. So if we could get it through council, extending out the back of the workshop would be a longer term sort of goal, I guess, just to put longer term jobs in, so we're not taking up floor space or hoist space for vehicles that we're doing bigger jobs on, head gaskets or engines or that sort of thing. It's with 5 hoists, we quite often pushed for space. It only
it's chockers.
Yeah, generally is. yeah, that's a good thing. It's better than wanting work or twiddling your thumbs. It's a nice problem to have, I guess, if you'd call it a problem.
Yeah. What about, is there another business in town that you particularly like, or that you think deserves a bit of a shout out, or anything like that?
Well, not any in particular, I don't suppose. It's, I guess it's, all of them essentially. It's, it's a small town, so they all deserve, equal exposure and credit shown. It's I've sort of lived here my whole life, and certainly happy to. I actually really love the area. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's interesting seeing the changes that have happened over the years, and the town's really sort of marketed itself as a sort of a artistic and sort of antique sort of hub now. So it's got a lot of appeal for tourists and people going through, and it's a beautiful little town, so it does get a lot of people in here, and that's largely a credit to all the businesses around the area, I guess. It's I wouldn't like to single any out, essentially, I guess, because they all deserve credit for how the town's grown over the years. Yeah.